Hey everyone, welcome back to the Inside Podcast. I'm your host Seth, the CMO at Site, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host Mikey, the CEO at Site. Today we've got an exciting episode packed with value, especially if you're gearing up for the biggest shopping event of the year, Black Friday. Today we're taking a deep dive into the marketing strategies that you can implement right now to make this Black Friday your most successful one yet. Now, ideally, you'd like to be planning this out at least in a year in advance. But don't worry, if you're cutting it close, there's still time to execute a winning strategy. We're here to help you maximize your impact across Google, email, Facebook, and beyond. So stay tuned because we've got the best practices, expert insights, and tactical advice you need to crush your Black Friday campaign. Welcome to the show, Mikey.
Thanks for having me, Seth.
Awesome. Black Friday, a marketer's nightmare, but a business owner's dream.
Yes, a marketer's dream. Best time for us. It's coming up.
It is. It's where you'll go onto most marketers' website and you'll have a look at their case studies, and that's where they'll put all of their Black Friday results because those are their best results.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. So besides all the chaos that is around Black Friday when it comes to in an agency perspective, everyone's got a Black Friday campaign when it comes to an e-commerce or a shopping client, and it's a bit crazy. So that's why I said in the intro, you as a business owner with your marketing agency or with your in-house marketing team, you should be planning this out in a year in advance, just because then you can take all of the learnings from your previous year or your previous Black Friday and apply them to the next year. But yeah, let's jump right into some big pitfalls that you've seen guys do, like the big mistakes that they can avoid.
Yeah.
And then let's go into the insights.
I think let's give all the options today to people.
Sure.
So we've seen it all. We've seen the worst to the best. And I think let's take everyone through. There's essentially 5 different approaches. We'll start at the worst and we'll move our way up to better and better. And then we'll unpack each one quite briefly. All right, so let's start at the bottom of the pile, worst of the lot, and I still see many brands do this. Number 5 being the worst, no Black Friday special. Let's ignore Black Friday. Black Friday doesn't suit our brand ethos. Now, there is like something to be said of taking like the highest stance. We don't discount, we're not that type of brand. What Black Friday does and what the Black Friday opportunity is, it's a time for urgency. It's a time where the online e-commerce world recognizes that most brands, 90%, 95% of brands have some sort of special, and it is your excuse to, if you never discount, to now discount. It doesn't have to be that your brand is now seen as a discounting brand. This is your excuse to break the mold and actually do a discount. And why it's a criminal activity not to run any Black Friday special is because that excuse exists now and shoppers are waiting, and brands can do typically half their revenue sometimes just over this Black Friday period, half the annual revenue, just over the Black Friday period. So the only reason there is not to run any specials is if you hate making revenue. That's it. So number 5, do not do this, but brands still do this. This is my plea. Do not be that brand this year. What do you think?
I can't disagree. I mean, I'm always living in revenue, in numbers. Let your ego go to the side. Don't be the brand that says, I don't do Black Fridays or I don't do discounts. This is your golden opportunity, your golden ticket to do discounts. And you won't be seen as a discount brand. You'll be seen as a brand that cares about their clients and cares about their customers, that's willing to participate in this mass discount period. So stop being a silly Billy and put some discounts on.
Okay. Let's go to number 4.
Especially old stock stuff that's not selling. Just put it out there.
Exactly. So number 4, a very common and probably the most common strategy followed, and the second worst, is full month Black November. Now, how this happened is brands participated in Black Friday. They did exceptionally well and thought, hold on, this is a hack, right? We have one weekend or one day where we're putting stuff on discount. We're getting half our annual sales. Let's just extend that for 30 days. Makes sense. But what it does, and so many brands did that and still do that, what it does, the whole point of Black Friday is the urgency. And by doing a whole Black November, you basically removed all the urgency from everything you do. So yeah, second worst, and again, we've seen brands do this, putting everything on special for a month, not typically, almost always results in worse revenue than putting things on special for a day or for a weekend. So
Yeah.
don't get greedy and discount the whole month.
Yeah, don't be a Temu. I don't know if we've used this example in the past. They're forever putting out discounts. Honestly, at this point, I've got discount fatigue from Temu that I actually don't. I mean, I still have yet to buy anything from Temu, and I don't think I ever will, truthfully. And yeah, if you're not going to go down that,
Yeah.
maybe you'll buy. What are you going to buy, Mikey?
Maybe I'll buy that drone. That drone for 44 Rand looks mad.
Jeez, crazy stuff. The results can only be that. I mean, I wouldn't mind flying that one, or taking some
Might not
risky
fly,
shots
but
with that.
still, seems like a good deal.
You can add that to the podcast. I mean, maybe that
Yeah.
would be like the video footage from like episode 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I was about to say was like, instead of, if you do want to take opportunities throughout the year to like advertise or have this discount period, many brands do it with like a big birthday sale. This is our birthday weekend, our birthday day. Use that opportunity rather. The urgency is so important when it comes to Black Friday, and from a buyer's perspective, as I said earlier, don't be a Temu. Don't always put on discount, because otherwise people aren't going to buy. You get that buyer's fatigue. Number three.
Middle of the road, not the worst, not the best. And number 3 is traditional Black Friday discount. So meaning that you have your discount on Black Friday or going through from Black Friday to Cyber Monday, so the weekend, but with a build-up. So what brands try to do is that they say, cool, we're going to have an amazing special on Black Friday. Let's start prepping people during the month about the impending special. So we're going to say, everything's going to be 20% off site-wide, and let's start telling people that on the 1st of November, right? And why this is a terrible strategy is twofold. One is people forget and people don't really care. Very few people bookmark an impending special, particularly Black Friday ones. So for the most part, it's just wasted ad spend. Secondly, is what happens is your sales, when companies do this, your sales tank for the month dramatically until Black Friday, because what you've done, you basically put up an ad which you've paid for to say, don't buy from me for the whole month, wait until this Black Friday period. And you may have a great Black Friday, but your rest of the month will be terrible. So warning people or preempting this discount that's coming is a terrible strategy as well.
Yeah, I think people already expect for there to be a Black Friday sale on Black Friday. It's almost a standard at this point. It's like educating people about Christmas. It's a bit crazy now. What do you think?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2 is simple, and that's, I call it traditional. It's just running Black Friday, Cyber Monday specials. So do nothing the whole month. Do your normal marketing. When it comes to Black Friday, put out a lot of ad spend around Black Friday, the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Cyber Monday. So it's the most obvious, and it's kind of so basic, but the second best thing you can do is just run ads when you're running a special, like normal. Increase your budget, of course, get the word out there. Yes, it's a competitive time. Yes, it's more expensive to put your ads out there than ever, but the returns are there. So the second best thing to do is just do what everyone else has always done. Just put your ads out during Black Friday.
Sounds simple.
Simple.
Sounds easy to execute. Number 1, the big one.
Number 1. All right, the drum roll, and we definitely weren't the inventors of this. There was actually a bunch of our customers that did this, and we were like, wow, this works incredibly well. And number 1 is getting the best of all worlds. So that's running your normal Black Friday specials as you do, but increasing that, so almost going to the 4th one where you're running a whole Black November, which is the second worst one. But what you do, you have weekend specials every weekend just on select items with no mention of what the Black Friday discount will be. So so essentially 3 or 4 weekends before Black Friday, you have some big special, and your excuse to run that special is it's Black Friday month. But you're running it on a very select group of items, but you're also running it only for a weekend at a time. So the urgency still exists. So you're almost replicating what Black Friday is going to be on many levels. Now, you'll never do as well on these weekends just as you do on Black Friday, because shoppers aren't in that mindset, And you definitely also don't want to give your best discounts during that period. You still want to leave that for Black Friday, but using those weekends up to Black Friday is a great way to increase your runway, increase your timing to give discounts. Then when it gets to Black Friday, just like normal, you'll run your ads, you'll run your best period of discounts at that time, and you essentially get the best of both worlds. You get the urgency of Black Friday in weekends before on select products, and you get the normal urgency of Black Friday on Black Friday like you would otherwise. And that's the best way you can, basically make the most revenue by extending your timeline, giving your best discounts, and not spoiling it for people before the day because you're kind of giving it only in a select group of items. What do you think, Seth?
Multi-urgency model, number one.
Multi-urgency. That's what we call it. We didn't invent it, but we made up that name.
I like the name.
Yeah.
And I think after we've just outlined the big five. That's actually what we're going to title it from an SEO perspective. It's nice to have a big five, which we've got there.
So if you want to have your best Black Friday ever, fast forward to the last part of the episode and just listen to our number one hack, Black Friday. If you want to learn all the pitfalls that you could fall into, listen to the whole episode. We'd suggest it anyway. And we wish you an amazingly successful Black Friday, and reach out if you need any help or any questions. Good luck.
Cheers.